What what's good, everyone? How y'all doing? Oh man, another Monday. I feel good. We're here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate this, man. We're going on episode 7, I believe. So this is good. 7's a good number. Put it all on red. Man, happy Thanksgiving. We are the weekend after Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Hope you guys ate and everything. But before we dive into the Thanksgiving portion, I just want to recap and got some crazy stories about Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So if you guys do that. So last week we talked about the worst job. That was a question that someone brought in, and the worst job. And I wanted just to recap real quick that, like, I didn't talk about my worst job that I had. Listen, I've had over probably about 11 jobs. So I've did gold testing, car dealership, worked with handicapped people, worked in hospital, Taco Bell, McDonald's for 2 weeks. There's probably some more in there. Water, testing water, cool, being a clown. I don't know. Birthday parties. I did a lot of jobs, but by far, so I think it was actually my first job. So what I had to do, it was like I worked in the mall and I worked at a kiosk, and it was a seasonal kiosk. And what I had to do is owned by some, I think like Muslim people. But what I had to do was I had to take photos of kids. I know they were trying to set me up, but luckily I was a kid too. I was like 16, I think, or yeah. And so I had to take photos of kids walking from a distance and print their photo real quick. And then I would put their photo in like a snow globe. So by the time, or a keychain or something, just something that you used around the house, I would put their face in. It'd be like a spoon, and I'd put their face on it. And well, look, you're eating your face. I don't know. So they would walk to me, and by the time they got to me, I did everything so fast. I would be like, "Hey, look, it's your kid. Do you want to buy this?" And people would flip out on me. I don't know if they thought I was a pedo or a kidnapper, but I was a kid too. And that was like my worst job. I think I worked there for like 3 months, and I made like no sales at all. And it was commission-based job. So for 3 months, I was going to the mall, taking photos of children, putting them in snow globes and keychains, and putting them in sunglasses so you can see them all the time, and trying to sell their kids to them. And people would get mad and yell at me, and I would have to like throw it away. They would make me throw it away. They would watch me throw it away. And I made $0 for 3 months, and I was doing that. And I was introverted, so it was like a tough job for me. But they felt bad for me so much that they just gave me money. Like, they gave me a check at the end of the month for like a few $100s for effort. And that was my worst job. So, but yeah, that job was crazy taking photos of kids. They were trying to set me up, like have a career in prison. So I do have a question. I always invite you guys, if you're listening, to message me, to shoot me a question so I can talk about it. Whatever you're interested in, I'll talk about it. You can DM me, Instagram, Facebook Messenger for some of you old heads, seasonal folks, I like to say. But so today's question that I have is, if I could have one thing free for the rest of my life, what would it be? Instantly, my mind goes to pizza. If I could just eat pizza all the time. But I'm like, there's better uses of this wish. Shoes would be a good one. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about something free. Oxygen's already free, so don't need that. Honestly, it would be one thing free. Rent? Okay, so here's a few of mine. Rent, gas, and airplane flights. If I could have them free. So, or food. Okay, rent, gas, airplane flights, or food. So I love to travel. So that would, dude, I would just travel just to travel. I would you know what? I want some Italian food. And then I would just fly to Italy and eat and then fly back. But I feel like if I flew so much, it would increase the odds of me being on the wrong flight. I've already watched Snakes on a Plane. So, the more that I fly, and I would probably fly 365 days a year just because, I would be the type that after I got off of work, I'd be like, I'm going to fly down to Florida real quick just to get a suntan and then fly back. And, it'd be like an hour flight. And I would dude, but then driving, I don't want to drive all the time too. So if I could just fly, it would knock out driving, right? But then, yeah, so I want to take out gas. Flying, food, I could eat all the time. See, then I would be fat. I would feel like I would just eat because I'd be like, oh, what's that in the window? Taffy that's been there for 10 years? Let me just eat it. I would just try it just because. I would get done eating dinner, come out, and we would walk. We'd be in a new city or whatever, vacation. And I'm like, oh, that smells good. Let me just go in there and try it. So I feel like I would be fat and obese. So no gas, no food, and then rent. Rent goes up. So would that be taxes as well? Rent, that's all in it? It did be taxes or flying. Not taxes, but rent. Because then I could just build a lot of houses and I wouldn't have to pay rent on all those because they would be mine. So yeah, I would just, because then the money that I get from rent, then I could travel. It'd be a lot of money. So if I could have one thing free, anything free, it would be free rent for life. Because rent goes up. Mortgage. Yeah, rent, mortgage, all of that. All that's inclusive is what I'm talking about. Mortgage, taxes, property taxes, all that for free. I would do that. That's what I would do. I would be a free man, and the government would hate me. Yes. Yeah, that was it. So it'd be between mortgage and flights, and I would definitely just do mortgage because then all that money I'd save, then I could just fly and would be nothing, really. So, yeah. So that is the question. So that's a good question. But I would love some pizza for free forever. I would eat pizza every day though. Dude, someone would cut me and sauce would come out of me. And then I would probably take a breadstick out of my pocket and dip it into my sauce blood and eat that. I would just have bags, Ziploc bags of pizza in my pocket. So that's not a good idea. So, man, Thanksgiving. Oh man, I hope you guys had Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving is the best holiday, the best one day holiday. Okay, it's gonna be tricky. I think Thanksgiving is the best one day holiday. It's better than Christmas Day, but Christmas is a better month, if that makes sense. So all of December is magical and I love that. And I'm not saying that Christmas Day is not the best. It's still really good, but Thanksgiving is the best because for me, this is me. I get to go home and I get to see multiple, all my family. So all the family that you don't see in the year, this is the time you get to see them. Druggies, drinkers, crackheads, cokeheads, they all want to eat. So they all show up. Even the weird ones who don't have a drug addiction, but they're just weird. They show up. They find a map and they find out where you live and they show up. So for me, I love to just see all my family because I have different sides of families and different cultures with white people in my family and black people in my family. And then I have family that are white and black, and they are together. And then they created a bunch of me's. So a bunch of little biracials, a bunch of Africans. So I love Thanksgiving. I love to eat. So like this Thanksgiving, I ate at 3 places. So that was fun because, you know, if you don't like it, you can't get your money back. So for me, if I don't like the food, I get 2 more options, 2 more places to go to. So that's always fun. So yeah, I just feel like I enjoy being with all of my family and getting to see, like, because Christmas, like all the family doesn't get together. It's just immediate families. And, you know, I didn't celebrate Christmas for some years because I was in some kind of a cult, but that's a different story, neither here nor there. So I didn't celebrate Christmas for a lot. But I do remember as a child, like Christmas Eve, oh, you can't sleep because you think Santa's coming to your house. You know, you're laying in your bed trying to like just imagine waking it up the next day and trying to listen for Santa on your roof of your apartment or your project building. And you're like, is that Santa or is that like a thief trying to break in? You don't know. So that's, you know, a flip of a coin. That's a fun game. Is it Santa or is it a thief? But I love that. I think Christmas Eve as a child might feel better. Like it's up there because it's magical. Because you think about all the toys you're going to get, or just you know, your stocking. So that's fun. But for me, I think Thanksgiving is the best holiday for the day. But I love Christmas month. That's magical. Everybody's nice. It's magic. Everybody's nice in their blood. Like there's like even racist people will say thank you. And that's nice to hear. So I think everyone is nice for a moment. There's not a lot of stealing. It goes down. But yeah, Thanksgiving is it. Thanksgiving for sure. My question is, what is the best Thanksgiving side? Now I want to give a shout out to my brother Jason. He fought me tooth and nail, and he believes that mashed potatoes is the best side. And I just want to say that Jason, Asian Jason in Texas, he's probably giggling right now. You are wrong. And you can't say nothing about it to me on this podcast. You are wrong. I have no call-ins. You just have to listen to me while you're driving to work and be wrong. You are very, very wrong. So he hates this. So I said the best Thanksgiving side was macaroni and cheese. Someone was like, the Indians weren't eating mac and cheese with Christopher Columbus. And I said, well, tough luck on them. They were missing out. They should have made it or figured it out. They should have milked a cow, turned some milk and made some butter and cheese. I don't know if that's how you make cheese. There's something to do with a cow and cheese. And they should have cheese, and then they should have gotten some wheat or something and made noodles. Is that how Italians make it? And they should have invented mac and cheese, and they would have had probably the best invention ever. But yeah, so I think mac and cheese is the best Thanksgiving side. I do want to say this. I was convicted. I do love mashed potatoes. I love garlic mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh. That's me eating it. If you watch this on YouTube, you see me eating garlic mashed potatoes. But I'm going to take it a level further. So I think that mashed potatoes is very great, but I think macaroni is the best side. But I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. Listen to me. I need all of y'all to tune in. If you're driving, park your car right now. If you're running, just sit down, crisscross applesauce. If you're at work, clock out and go to the break room. The best side is mac and cheese and mashed potato mixed together. Mashed potatoes and mac and cheese mixed together. So every bite is a delicious mac and cheese wrapped in a blanket of mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh. I'll kick a wall right now. I'll kick through a wall and say hey to the neighbors. Have you tried it? I will. I'll do it. So yeah. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think the best side is? But I think I'm right. Is what I'm saying. So oh, it's that time. Halfway in, we got our sponsors. Man, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Without, these people, we would not be here. We would not be giving you this fun and funny podcast. So our sponsors today have been plates. Man, we all have them. Most of us do. 99% of people have plates. Some people eat off of their table. They're weird. But for the ones who have plates, understand that plates have been in my life all of my life. And I have eaten great things like pizza on plates. I have eaten mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese mixed together on plates. And, if you get mad at people, plates can be a tool of weapon. And you can throw those at people and defend yourself. Plates, man, they're solid, just like this podcast. And the thing is about plates is they're flat and they come in all colors and sizes. And that's what I want to bring you, my audience. I want a whole bunch of different colors and sizes of people. And you guys are going to be my plates. And it's been a great thing. Plates have kept me alive and kept me clean. So I just want to give a shout out to plates. They can be in different colors and sizes. And people do tricks on them as well. At halftime at basketball shows, they spin plates on sticks. That's a cool. So really, you don't really think about it, but be grateful for plates. So you can use promo code I love plates for 50% off. So just type that in and 50% off. So I just want to give a shout out for plates. And it's been a great season for those. I'm about to go use a plate after this. So that's how much plates mean to me. You have your parents and siblings and then Santa and then plates. So it's very important in your life to acknowledge that. Yeah. That has been our sponsors. Remember, promo code I love plates for 50% off. Oh my gosh. So back to Thanksgiving. One of the best holidays. And here's the cool thing so Christmas has Christmas Eve and then Christmas. So Christmas Eve is great because you get to open a present before, and then you got Christmas. You get a little tradition before, just a little tease of Santa, and then all of that, and then you get to wake up and do all that. But after Thanksgiving, you have Black Friday. Man, Black Friday. Black Friday has grown up. It is a true adult right now. But when I say it's nowhere near what it used to be in the 90s, in the 80s and 70s, I don't even know. When did Black Friday even start? I don't know when I'm saying 70. I don't even know when Black Friday started. But now most people do Black Friday online, and they'll shop and online, and there's not a lot of fun of that. So Black Friday first appeared in the 1950s in Philadelphia, where police Dang. Where police used it to describe the chaotic day after Thanksgiving due to crowds and shoppers. The name was later adopted by retailers to signify the point in the year where their books went from red ink to black, meaning they were profitable, and it became a nationwide tradition in 1980s due to new focus on holiday sales and discounts. So the police used it in the 1950s. They called the day Black Friday in the 1950s, and we'll leave it at that. We don't know. We don't know. So maybe it was nighttime, and the cop was like, "It's very dark out here, and there's a lot of people out here. Let's call this day Black Friday." You know, it's a lot of dark. It's dark out here. This is what they were saying, and that's maybe where Black Friday came from, is because it was nighttime, you know? So a lot of people shop online, and that's, where's the fun in that, So back in the day, if some of y'all don't know, back in the day, Black Friday, oh my gosh, you would lose a pinky out there trying to fight somebody. And dude, so it was like the gladiator times. Everybody, it's what I love about people here is like in America, like you had old people fighting, you had all kind of people. People would camp out in tents overnight and just line up at the door. And it would be like a mob of people. It'd be like 1,000 people, like banging on a Kmart door, like, let us in. We want a crock pot for 50% off. We want a 24-inch TV. Please let us in. I wanna buy a new set of plates for 50% off. And I can't use promo code I love plates because it's the 1950s. That's what they were saying. And excuse me. So, like, dude, people would mob into the door, and workers would be like, a lot of workers wanted to quit because they'd have everything organized, and then they would look outside of the door, and it'd look like a sea of zombies, like rah, rah, just a sea of monkeys and zombies. And just banging on the door, trying to get in, trying to get that sale, trying to get that grilled cheese maker, for 10% off because someone really loves a grilled cheese sandwich. And then they would open the doors, and then people would storm in. It would be like water of people flooding in, and people would fall, and like people would just like run over top of them because they really wanted a heated blanket or a Snuggie, and people died. So I just want to honor them for now. I just want to lift them up in just a few months. Let's take a moment of silence for those people who died during the War of Black Fridays. God be with you. So there's, it was crazy, man, and I it was fun too. It was a thrill. I think we loved the thrill of it, and it'd be old people that would fight. If you were like, everyone got in and you were going through aisles and you had a buggy, and 2 people or maybe even 3 people would like touch a toy at the same. They would touch a Tickle Me ammo at the same time, and it could be anybody, and they would fight each other. It'd be a grown man fighting a 6-year-old for a Tickle Me ammo. I remember I saw it, and the ammo would just be there giggling, and people would be just in blood. So that's why ammo's fur is red, because just to hide the sins of Black Friday people. That's what it is. But yeah, man, it was fun. We actually, on the way back from seeing my family in Tennessee, we stopped by the mall. I didn't think on Black Friday, right? Yeah. I didn't think that the mall would be chaotic, because like malls typically, it feels like they're dying down. I don't want them to, but it feels like they are. But when we got there, when everybody and their mamas and grandmas were at the mall. So it was thousands of people at the mall. Like, people were parked illegally. People were parked on grass. People backed up to the doors of the mall just for an easy outlet. Um, if somebody had a vehicle that could fly, they would put it on top of the roof of the mall. I'm convinced that they would. People, dude, people had tiny cars and they were trying to park them in the back of trucks. That's what they were doing. And like, everybody was everywhere. Like, the little grass parts in the parking areas, like trucks, just big boys were just parking on there because they didn't care. Not me. I would have been anxious all day shopping. I would have, like, they're going to tow my stuff. And we went in there and it was a ton of people. But here's the difference from Black Friday now and then back in the day. Everybody was civilized. There was no fighting. There were no, punching each other out over some Bed Bath and Beyond lotions. Is very civilized. Even the stores were giving out bottles of waters to people who were in line. And that's cool. But in my heart, I know it will never be the same. And we just have to realize that is life. Things have changed and you can't go back. But I know one thing that has never changed in my life, and that's plates. Use promo code I love plates for 50% off. It'll do you a wonder. So make sure y'all, shout out to our sponsors for that again. And Black Friday, dang, that's a good time back in the day. If you never lived it, then you won't even know. It was a great experience. But man, that is today's episode. Thanksgiving. I got some questions in there for y'all. Just Black Friday and just all these things, man. This is a good time. I appreciate y'all for listening, man. I love y'all, fam. Man, it's been fun doing it. I look forward to doing this, and I hope you guys look forward to listening. I hope you guys are sharing as well. Tell a friend. You need to tell a friend is what you need to do, because how else are they going to get a good solid discount on plates? So tell a friend so they can have that benefit too. I love plates. And tell them that when you go buy a plate, say, hey, JoJo sent me. And that's family, because we're family now. And this is what I'm doing, looking out for y'all. Man, it's been fun. I hope y'all just, man, had a blessed Thanksgiving. I hope y'all have a blessed day, a blessed week, man. Send me y'all's questions if y'all have any. And I'll see y'all next time. We got some good podcasts coming up. We got some Christmas stories. I got a story about my aunt burning down a Christmas tree and her trailer. I got a whole bunch of stories about that. And New Year's coming up. Dude, we got a lot coming up that we need to cover. And give me a review. Give me a 5-star if you love me. Say, hey, we love JoJo. He's family, and we support family. That's what we're doing. So follow me on all socials, Jojowhitecomedy, for stand-up dates, and when I have some coming up, and just everything I'm doing, sketches, and just some fun stuff. But I love y'all. Hey, everybody be blessed. I'll talk to y'all. I'll see y'all again. Bye.